JAMARI, MrBeast is begging YouTubers to save him. This is the third video I see on this man, MrBeast, bro. What is going on?
So the biggest story to come out of YouTube this year
What is
was
going on?
obviously the stain on MrBeast's reputation, or I guess I should say stains. This man was getting hit from every direction, from ex-employees to ex-girlfriends and business partners. Obviously, the most glaring of the allegations were the ones levied against his lifetime best friend Chris, who was on the channel since it began.
Why is it that someone who is in college, who's like a sophomore or junior at that point, what are you doing making friends with a middle schooler?
And if that did not have the situation looking dire enough, an unknown YouTuber named Dogpack would come out with his expose series.
I was gonna react to this, but I was too late and it was too long, bro. I've done longer videos, but I don't know, bro.
Where he basically said everything about the MrBeast brand is fraudulent.
I'm a former MrBeast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you, enjoy the video.
From the challenges to the content in the videos, and even the man himself, Jimmy Donaldson, painting the picture that he is a sociopath who lies to his audience for fame, money, and clicks.
I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake.
But despite all of the drama and the various allegations, that entire situation has really come and gone, and the Beast brand has essentially weathered the storm without really having to answer to any of it, besides when someone said the lunchly was molding.
I like my cheese drip.
Okay, I'm sorry guys, I stand corrected. He did say that he hired a team to do an internal investigation, where millions of documents.
Wait, a 3-month investigation and allegations regarding my company has concluded. The law firm investigators reviewed millions of documents, messages, and conducted 39 interviews. Jeez. I was asked to refrain from making public statements to enable detailed and unbiased investigation. Below are their conclusions. Oof.
Documents and messages were apparently looked at and
Hold on.
answered to any of it, besides when
100 millions, Turkey. Okay. I see the little line, so I'm assuming there's a tweet above this.
where millions of documents and messages were apparently looked at and analyzed. And can you guys believe this? In their own investigation against themselves, they found that they did nothing wrong. Or more than likely, nothing worthy of a conviction. And they go on to blame their alleged misconduct on Jimmy being young and naive when he started the MrBeast channel. After all, with them being a company being run by someone without experience, how could they know any better? Is the narrative that they're sticking to. Adding that they would be firing anyone who was doing bad shit, and hiring a ton of new checks and balances in their company. Also in the statement, they explicitly addressed the man behind the...
Alright. Respect to him for doing a self-investigation on his company, his brand. But like he said, he's doing it himself. So how much of the actual is being hidden? You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, he's probably spent hundreds and thousands of dollars to get this investigation going, bro. So he's putting money into something that's potentially gonna expose him, you know. And then obviously more money into hiding it. Because with money, you can hide anything, bro. Let's keep it real. Or you can at least hide it for so long. You know what I'm saying? Damn. That's crazy, bro. They didn't find anything. Did they mention at least the stuff about Chris? Like, that was part of, you feel me? That was part of the brand.
The Dogpack channel, Dawson French, saying they basically wanted him to cease and desist their name out of his mouth and stop making this video series. And this really leads me into the topic of today's video, because ever since he dropped that first nuke on MrBeast's head, this guy Dawson has been doing a whole lot. And now he himself is actually being exposed. But to truly understand his expose, you have to know that Dawson made these 2 other videos about Jimmy's employees. And I actually did not cover these other videos, but he made some serious allegations against several people involved in the Beast Empire without the greatest proof. After this, Dawson would continue to call MrBeast out on other social platforms and do collaborations with this girl Rosanna.
That boy eating, bruh. He eating off the MrBeast name. You feel me?
Who was really on the MrBeast is a shit person train before the allegations really came to light. In fact, at this point, I would call her the conductor of this entire thing.
The perfect response for Jimmy at this point.
I really hope that he would take accountability for the decisions that he made and be honest. He's already broken that trust. And if you don't have honesty, you don't have trust. And how am I supposed to forgive somebody if they're not even being honest?
And so they linked up to collab on more MrBeast topics, and they've really kept their foot on his neck, even reporting him to the fucking FBI. I mean, you had people out here praying to God, like, please never send me an op like her.
This is molded. That's mold.
And honestly, I think this guy Dawson was loving his newfound glory online and really relishing in his role in a story that mirrors David versus Goliath. But over time, he made some key mistakes. He was putting a lot of unfounded claims out to the public and drawing some less than unbiased conclusions with very loose evidence. It's kind of the reason I didn't cover these other videos he made, because a lot of it was based on hearsay or anecdotal proof from anonymous sources.
Yeah, true. Because then that would be him spreading the misinformation, JAMARI, if he was to talk about it, you feel me?
And I think this sloppiness happened because once this guy got the attention, he really wanted to keep it and tried to continue to come out with damning piece of information after damning piece of information. And I do feel like that's how you start to reach for something that's not really there. And now, due to his botchy journalism...
Oh, this man's saying it perfect. He wanted to keep pushing information to the point where it's like he's pushing that's not even there, bro.
To continue to come out with damning piece of information after damning piece of information. And I do feel like that's how you start to reach for something that's not really there. And now, due to his botchy journalism, another guy is exposing Dogpack. He made a movie-length video debunking a bunch of the claims from Dawson's 3-part series, and he essentially paints Dawson to be like that little annoying in The Incredibles who turns evil after Mr. Incredible basically told him to f*** off.
You're that kid from the fan club.
I am your #1 fan.
Ugly, ejectocito cup. Ejectocito cup.
Kid from the fan club.
I am your #1 fan.
Out of here.
I mean, he really does make it seem like Dawson was this disgruntled employee who was hell-bent on bringing down the MrBeast empire.
Dawson French is an ex-MrBeast employee who worked there for about 3 weeks, and after being fired, made or worked on videos filled with lies about MrBeast.
Claiming that he only worked for 20 days at the MrBeast sweatshop, but that in that time, Soggy said
20 days? How much I mean... It's possible you can get a lot of information in 20 days, but 20 days, bro, compared to people who've been there longer.
Says that Dawson was rude, he was disruptive, and apparently not receptive to demands or training from higher level employees.
I will say it was a little uncomfortable with just me and him in the office. He gave weird vibes for sure, and I felt like very uncomfortable working in the office with him.
He goes on to talk about the outlandish video ideas that he was allegedly pitching.
His video ideas he came up with while working at MrBeast.
Bro, people be too fucking bold to the point where it's like, my dude, don't you like, aren't you understanding or comprehending what you're trying to say, bro? You're that bold. You don't give a, you don't get how bad what you're trying to suggest right here sounds like, bro. Do you guys see that, bro?
Were weirding and creeping employees out.
I suggested a video for breast cancer awareness about buying 1,000. Like, maybe not the most professional way to phrase it, you know, it's a little clickbaity or whatever, but like the actual video is supposed to be paying for mastectomies and cosmetic surgeries for breast cancer survivors.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
Unironically, like
okay, then say it like that. Say it like that. Wait, bro, what? Bro, what?
I was getting pitched ideas like Jimmy trying every drug in existence.
Here's a message from Jimmy himself. I guess it's a meme of a fake video saying I filled my brother's house with and bought him a new one.
Oh, gross.
And even plays a leaked recording where Dawson was apparently begging for his job back after he was informed that he was being terminated.
Well, because you're trying to fire me and I want to work at this company.
I'm the CEO of this company. If I'm talking, don't interrupt me. And I am telling you this is what's happening, and you're telling me that I'm wrong. I am not wrong. I've made the decision. I'm here we will take care of.
I appreciate that. Can I please have a second chance?
Bro, having recordings of this is crazy, gang. Mans was had a wire on him or something, bro.
I've been trying to get to this point of working on MrBeast for a long time. I think there are other people at the company, if I were to switch departments, that would be very happy to have me. I don't care about the salary.
It's not gonna happen.
Now, most of the information he is relying on is from former or current MrBeast employees, so I would take everything with a huge grain of salt, because obviously there's a high chance they're going to be extremely biased towards Jimmy and against Dawson, who has hurt the MrBeast brand to the tune of millions of dollars. This guy even talks about the fact that his videos caused them to allegedly lose a lot of funding from sponsors pulling the plug on their agreements.
Actively, partners have pulled out because of these videos. There are people who will not walk or...
Damn. That's tough, bro. That's tough. Hey, bro.
or will have to delay in them walking because of the videos that Dogpack made.
Either way, Soggy really hammers the point down that Dawson was obsessed with MrBeast.
Now I'm starting to see multiple patterns here. Hundreds of obsessive posts and comments on the MrBeast subreddit.
And like he had his Joker origin moment the day he was fired.
It's like he's just doing all this out of a personal grudge. Yes.
And that on that day he became the real manipulator controlling the narrative for the general public. He also dives into some of the more questionable methods Dogpack allegedly used to get his information for his videos, like allegedly recording phone calls without consent that were eventually used as evidence in his video.
You know, I have a friend who, you know, I worked with plenty of times outside of MrBeast. Just thought it was just like a normal call, just checking up on him. And then the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, Dogpack releases like a 12 million view video where, you know, I just have a really crappy voice changer over my voice. And if you know me, like, you know it's me.
And I do want to be clear here when I say that Soggy does successfully paint this negative image of Dawson and debunk several of his claims. But at the same time, he's very biased towards MrBeast, often giving him the benefit of the doubt in most situations.
But it wasn't this f***ed-up master plan by Jimmy to intentionally hire an RSO. It was a dumb mistake by an inexperienced adolescent starting up a business. You lied about them allegedly sleeping on...
That's the thing too, like, just being biased towards something you're trying to stand up for, you feel me? So in this case, he's sticking up for MrBeast and debunking the shit that the other guy said. And if he debunks all of it bar for bar, then okay, cool. You feel me? He exposed it. He exposed the truth. But then it's like, I don't know, bro. It's just, I feel like when people try to do shit like that, be unbiased on both sides, bro. Don't lean to one side and none of that. You feel me? Like, I don't know.
On a luxurious production yacht. No, they were forced to stay on a rusty barge for about an hour for their own safety and went back on their raft as soon as a life-threatening lightning storm passed. It's completely legal and fine to use someone else's signature if they gave you formal consent to do so, and it doesn't devalue the signature.
And while these various employees giving their testimonies could be telling the truth, the perception of events is easily skewed when someone is depending on a person for their livelihood. And it's pretty apparent to me listening to these interviews that this whole situation and Dawson himself have been widely discussed by these employees over the last couple of months. And just because Dawson might have had an ulterior motive doesn't necessarily mean that some of the allegations against MrBeast were not warranted or were beyond question. The problem is once you get caught in one lie, or at least stretching the truth to support some sort of damning allegation, you really start to lose your credibility, and after a while no one is going to listen to the things that you say. Now with that being said, most of the things he debunks here, I personally do not care about. I mean, like, let's say MrBeast did this illegal giveaway to run up the bag. I really don't care. If the videos are fake or not, I couldn't give a damn. And that's really the case when neither of these guys were talking about it. To me, I really just care about criminal or like immoral activity going on.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
main
yeah.
thing that Soggy calls Dawson out on that I felt was pretty serious was when he and Rosanna lied about illegal images of children being shared in a MrBeast group chat by Chris back in the day.
This isn't a work chat.
Yeah, and the message reads, so this photo is allegedly of Ivanka Trump when she was 13. Ava thought that this was possibly a 13-year-old, and she's posting it in a work chat. A lot of people on the internet are labeling this picture as Ivanka Trump. I can't find any definitive proof that it is, but
It looks like her.
It does look like her, but like, yeah, it looks bad.
Worst of all, Dogpack and Rosanna used what they thought was a CP picture as clickbait for their fucking thumbnail. They even A/B tested 3 versions of it.
As we know, Chris
Oh shit. Shout out YouTube, bro. Yo, shout out YouTube for that that thumbnail generator thingy.
Their fucking thumbnail. They even A/B tested 3 versions
3 versions of it. Oh my god.
of it.
As we know, Chris had a ton of these nasty chat rooms going on, so this was really no surprise. And in the alleged messages from Chris back then, it's clear that he thought this was CP and he wanted to share it to everybody. But more research will actually tell you that it was a picture of an 18-year-old Ivanka Trump.
I'm sorry, but if I'd see my friends actively ranting about files and bashing them, I'd actively be convinced to not think they're a when they send degenerate memes like this. I just cringe on the inside while thinking that they have a degenerate sense of Zoomer humor. Even Trey Yates, the person who leaked the work chat to Dogpack and Rosanna, refers to those memes as a weird thing Ava found funny in the past, instead of confirmed messages.
And I feel like this is where Soggy really puts his cape on for MrBeast. I mean, look, it's my opinion that Jimmy knew that his friend was a sick f***.
I mean, no, literally, bro. Like, it could be the small, bro. It could be all hints. It won't. It doesn't have to be direct. You get little hints of how people are, bro. And based off those hints, you can tell where their head is at and how they move, bro. Ain't no way you didn't know he was weird. You feel me?
Became a moderator in the Discord chat where he was aware of the not safe for work, sexually explicit memes and images being posted.
I didn't know that he was a mod.
Yeah.
They lived together for quite some time. They had nasty, degenerate, borderline illegal images hanging up in their apartment living room. MrBeast allegedly praised the disgusting artist who created and who Chris paid for the degenerate art.
And here's some messages of people in the Discord saying, I did not expect to see memes and I should have expected I knowing Beast likes Shadman. So this is like a random fan in the Discord who knows that Beast likes Shadman.
I just really think that he knew his boy was on some weird shit, yet he decided to keep him around year after year after year. I mean, to suggest that he had no idea that any of the—
Listen, bro, I don't listen. If it was me in MrBeast's shoes and I had a friend as close as they were on some weird shit, I'm leaving, bro. Do not associate me with that shit, bro. And I say that because I'd expect if the roles were reversed. If I was on some weird shit and all my friends just heard or seen me do some shit, bro, leave me, bro. I'd expect that. You feel me? I don't know. Maybe he tried looking past that. Maybe he said, fuck it, it was one time. Or I don't know, bro.
The crazy things he did were going on, from the artwork to the Discord servers and the other messages, is just complete bullshit. Now, one thing Soggy does a great job of is debunking the claims about the video contestants not receiving proper compensation for their videos they were involved in, and other small discrepancies that Dawson had with MrBeast videos, and the validity of some of these competitions and giveaways. Let me be beyond clear when I say that this video is very well made. I do think the interviews he did with various people were pretty well conducted, and he did a very compelling job framing his argument here. But I can't help but find some of the things about this video to be a little bit strange. Like the fact that MrBeast DM'd Pyrocynical and other drama-adjacent YouTubers essentially asking them to put a megaphone on this exonerating message that Soggy delivered.
I got a DM from MrBeast. Beforehand, I said, hey, can I show this like on a stream or in a video? And he basically said, I'd prefer if you didn't, but if you felt like it was necessary, then sure, go for it. So you can see the—
Crazy, bro. He wants to shine light on this video to help him. You feel me? Shit. That look kind of sus, gang. I ain't gonna lie. That looks kind of sus, bro. Because really think about it, right? He's doing all of that when all he has to do is come out himself, sit in front of a camera, and talk about everything. That's all he has to do, bro. That's all he has to do. Talk for yourself, gang. Don't let these other people talk for you. I'm just saying.
The actual DM here, he's saying there's been a lot of disinformation around me these past few months, and I feel like Soggy did a good job hitting a lot of it with facts. Would love if you covered it.
He messages me, hey, I don't know if you've seen this video, but I know you've covered me in the past, and it actually proves a lot of stuff said about me was untrue. I'd appreciate it if you covered it. And he sent me the link to this video, and then he followed me. And honestly, it just feels like he's trying to do damage control because he looked so bad this.
You know? You feel me? It looked crazy. I ain't gonna lie, he better than me, because I would have been copy and pasting the same message and sending it to everybody if I was in his shoes. But the fact that he went out of his way and typed it differently, shout out to him, bro. But like she said, it's kind of like damage control. You know? It doesn't look good, bro. It just doesn't look good. You should come out and speak on it. You feel me? That's just me though.
Summer, and it feels like he's trying to follow people and message them so that they're like, oh my god, MrBeast followed me, like I don't want to talk about him.
And he also commented on the video itself with glee. And now it has come to light via an interview with Chud Logic that Soggy was speaking closely to MrBeast's right-hand man Dustin during the making of this video, and that he apparently wanted Jimmy himself to do an interview and make an appearance in his video, but that he decided against it because he felt like the employees would be less biased.
I realized like maybe I shouldn't interview Jimmy and I should completely leave him out of this. Yeah, Jimmy won't be unbiased and his employees.
Valid point. Would have been crazy for him to get that interview, kind of talk about everything like I said earlier. You come out and talk, bro. Would have been something. But I get what he's saying.
Employees are obviously also not completely unbiased, like they work at the company, but it's still different, you know?
Oh, give me a break, dude. You and I both know that that's a huge crock of shit. I guarantee this guy would have loved to do an interview with MrBeast. I think that's what everyone wants right now.
100%.
And I just love how he tried to paint this guy Dawson as the vengeful, disgruntled employee over and over again, and say that he's biased for that reason.
He is incompetent, petty.
Real quick. You see how Dogpack made a video on MrBeast. You see him making a video on Dogpack. Who's to say somebody won't make a video about him trying to debunk or agree with Dogpack? You feel me? Like, it's just a line, bro. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
A liar, deceptive, and after all this, I just know that he is a disgruntled employee.
But now he can do the mental gymnastics to not apply that same logic to the people still working at the company? Like, is there not some sort of logical fallacy here? Soggy even straight up admits that this dude Dustin flew him out like a Miami to do these interviews.
You obviously flew to America, right?
Yeah.
Did you cover those costs yourself, or did MrBeast in any way pay?
I'm gonna be honest on that. So I offered to do interviews to Dustin. And so I was the one
way
who
of saying
offered
yes.
that, who wanted to do interviews. I reached out to Dustin about that after he reached out to me. He said that he wanted to do an interview and maybe try to ask some other employees if they wanted to do interviews. But since it was last moment and very expensive, Dustin, as far as I know, paid for those. And not on a MrBeast card. Because when I got at like the hotel, which they said that it was on the card of like literally his name, like his personal card, not non-company cards.
Now that makes me think that he might have an ulterior motive. Especially the fact that he never discloses this in his video makes him look really bad.
I don't know if I maybe missed it. Was that said in the video, or is it somewhere in your description, just to really get it clear that happened?
No, No, it's not in the video.
And look, I'm not saying that MrBeast was directly involved in the making of this video, but I would not be surprised if he was in someone's ear on the team helping them craft this narrative, handing over a bit of evidence his team had been stacking to debunk these claims. This is all my speculation, of course. You don't think that he was aware that his current employees were being interviewed for something, and that he wasn't aware that a positive video was being made about him? Also understand that MrBeast is obsessed with YouTube and his brand. He's seen all the dog pack videos. He's seen all the more Pegasus YouTube and his brand. He's
15 mils, 12 mil. Oof.
Seen all the dog pack videos. He's seen all the more Pegasus coverage on the situation, and I really do feel like this could be his indirect way of fighting back. I mean, begging people to spread positive PR about him is very sketchy, to say the least. And now even Soggy is saying that that is exactly what Jimmy is trying to do, and that it apparently makes him mad because he claims that he wasn't trying to be a shield for MrBeast. Although I personally feel that that's exactly what this video was. Like, I don't know what else this guy expected, but he was caping for MrBeast for an hour and a half. I don't know, I just think that in this situation, no one is exactly trustworthy, from Dawson to Soggy, and of course MrBeast. I don't trust him at all. I don't know, when it comes to drama, there's just all these crazy twists and turns. And honestly, the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. I don't think we'll ever get like a genuine statement from MrBeast. I don't think he'll ever do an interview.
Bro, speaking of interview, this man went on the impulsive and did an interview with him and KSI, and they were talking right there, bro. Like, the people want to hear you talk, bro. State the facts. The damage, the damage, if any, again, these all allegations, like, there's so much information up in the air evolved around this man, what he's done, what he does, all of that, bro. It's so much information, right? True or not, bro, just come out and talk. To say the truth, gang. The damage is done. You feel me? Take accountability if there's anything to be accountable for, you know, like
Review in the future where they even allow like the person interviewing him to candidly ask about this, because I think he'll just shut all that shit down. Either way, I do want to know what you guys think about this entire situation down below. I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video.
JAMARI, shout out JAMARI, bro. Yeah, possible that MrBeast hit up Soggy, told him to do this, debunk this and that. Possible, you feel me? Bro, really, at the end of the day, he just needs to come out and talk, bro. Come out and say the fucking truth. You feel me? But I'm sure that's never gonna happen. Biggest smile that has ever graced YouTube is MrBeast. Crazy. Dude, MrBeast messaging random YouTubers and following them as some evil genius diabolical type shit. That, bro, that is crazy. The whole fact that he's trying to do this is actually, it makes him look so much more sus, bro. Cause like, all right, like I've been saying, you come out and talk about it, right? Have him come out, do an interview, and talk about everything. If you truly believe that this person's video debunks everything, why don't you just come out and say it yourself instead of hitting everybody? Oh, can you talk about this? You feel me? It looks crazy, bro. It looks sus. Gave out for a rise. It made me uncomfortable. Solid testimony. PewDiePie is definitely smiling ear to ear these days. More Pegasus sad thumbnail. More JAMARI. In fact. Interviews with MrBeast employees trying to discredit a former employee who's blessing MrBeast, bro. It's just, bro, it's all just messy, bro. Everything's fucking messy. Everything is messy, bro. Hey, man, let me know what you guys thought.